Let's just be honest about something. You are not waiting to enter a battle. You are already in one. The anxiety you can't shake, the marriage under pressure, the mind that won't stop running worst-case scenarios at 2 in the morning, the news cycle that feels like it was designed to make you afraid, the loneliness that persists even when you're surrounded by people. That's not just stress. That's not just modern life. There is a war being waged, and the target is your peace, your faith, your family, and your future. Here's what Paul says about that war in Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Cosmic powers, spiritual forces, present darkness. Paul wasn't speaking in metaphors. He was naming a real war with real stakes, and he was writing this from a prison cell in Rome, while the most powerful empire on earth was actively trying to silence the gospel. He knew what it felt like to be under pressure from every direction. And his answer wasn't panic. His answer was preparation. We are living in April 2026. There are rockets launching toward the moon. Artificial intelligence is reshaping every industry on Earth. Political division is at a level that makes ordinary conversation feel like a minefield. And the data on anxiety, loneliness, and hopelessness, particularly among people under 40, is not improving. The enemy doesn't need new tactics. Confusion, fear, isolation, and distraction have always been his tools. He just has better delivery mechanisms now. But here is what I need you to hear today. The God who wrote the playbook on spiritual warfare, the same God who raised Jesus from the dead, the same Spirit who lives in you, has not left you to figure this out alone. He has given you armor, not as a metaphor, not as a decoration, as a real, deployable, daily defense against every weapon the enemy brings against your life. Ephesians 6:10-11 says, Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. Be strong in the Lord, not in your own discipline, not in your own willpower, not in your ability to think positive and stay consistent. In the Lord, which means the strength available to you is not generated by you. It is received from him. And put on the whole armor, not some of it, not the pieces you like, the whole thing, every day, because the enemy is not taking days off. Verse 13 tells us why this matters so much. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand firm. The evil day. Some translations say the day of evil, the specific, concentrated season where pressure comes at you from every direction and everything you believe gets tested at once. Every person watching this has had one. Most of you have survived more than one. And Paul's instruction for that day is not run, hide, or endure. It's stand, armed, grounded, covered. Over the next 7 days, we are going to walk through every piece of that armor together. Not as a theology lesson, as a battle plan. The belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, feet fitted with the gospel of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit. Each one is a specific tool for a specific kind of attack. And by the end of this week, you are going to know how to use every single one. Here's your move today before we go any further. Name the battle. Not to rehearse the pain, but to stop pretending it isn't there. What is the thing that has been draining you, destabilizing you, or driving fear into your life this season? Say it out loud if you need to. Write it down. Because you cannot put on armor for a war you won't acknowledge you're in. The enemy wants you confused, isolated, and unarmed. God has other plans. Let's get dressed for the fight.